Yesterday, the Minnesota Vikings showed up, vomited all over the place in Cincinnati to start the game. The Bengals, remember they were the Bengals, tried to give the game back to the Vikings, and they had a chance to win at the end. They got screwed by the refs just when they were in field goal range. Dalvin's fumble, even though his ass was clearly on the ground, and then on defense, they screwed up on that 4th and inches, and then they lost. So the question is the heat on Zimmer's hot seat just cranked up just a little bit more? And I know, it's only one game. It's a long season. Shut your mouth. So let's be honest. Zimmer came into the season on notice. Broseph gave you a full pass on 2020. All the injuries, all the Rona, all the young players coming in. Plus, he did have a 3-year deal, so ownership wasn't going to fire a coach that just signed an extension. Right. But now you have the perfect situation. You have your perfect defense on paper, laden with veterans, all on 1-year deals because the Vikings are all in on 2021. Get it done or there is no excuses. Like if you're ass this year or even finish middle of the table, someone's got to be fired, and I don't know who it's going to be. It can't be the whole roster, so maybe it's time for Zimmer to take a little bit of ownership of this team. And yes, it is one game, and they could fully turn it around, 16-1, getting it done, winning the North, winning the Super Bowl, Inglewood up no good, all that, yes. But no, Zimmer did not tell the offensive line to hold and a false start. No, Zimmer did not tell Bashar Breeland to be trash in his Vikings debut. No, Zimmer did not tell Clint Kubiak to run the same old predictable 1920s Charleston offense that his daddy did. Although Zimmer probably did tell him to do that. But ultimately, Zimmer is the big boss. He is El Jefe Grande. The failure of this team to show up in the first game, in the first half, the sloppiness of the play, that's on Zimmer, man. It is. Whether it's getting the players in the right frame of mind, get them ready to just run through a brick wall week 1 in Cincinnati on the road, make a statement, or gauging how much work your starters need in preseason to make sure that there is zero rust and everything is in sync week 1 when the games actually count. That's Zimmer's responsibility. If it's not his, whose is it? Or what if the offensive line is poor or the offensive play calling? Who hired those coaches? Who hired Rick Dennison and retained him after Gary Kubiak left? Who put Phil Rauscher in charge, even though I still believe in Philly? Or who picked the Sun and the Cats and the Cradle and Silver Spoon, Clint Kubiak to call plays? That's Zimmer. It is. And yes, Zimmer is the third winningest coach in Vikings franchise history. And that gets brought up a lot. What does Zimmer's division titles or games won 4 or 5 years ago, what does that have to do with now? No, seriously. Like, what now? Like, again, the NFL is not baseball. We pay you for what you're going to do as opposed to what you did. And yes, it is hard to win 57.6% of your games in this league. But do you all of a sudden see things clicking? Like, the Vikings get it. They play some great football. Zimmer becomes super innovative on defense again. The league does not catch up to him. And on offense, he lets Kirk Cousins and Jefferson and Dalvin just do their damn thing, right? And the offensive line just magically gets better, Do you see Zimmer evolving every single year? Do you see the team getting better every single year? Do you see them making a run in the next 2 years? I still have faith. But week 1 was tough, man. Week 1 was extremely tough because all of this hype in the offseason of on paper, this team should be top 5 in the league. Top 5 offense, top 5 defense. Special teams didn't kick the Vikings in the nuts week 1, so that's always kind of nice. But just to come out flat like that, all the expectations, the division is certainly there, especially the way that Green Bay played later in the day, and you do that. You do that. And if the answers to all those earlier questions are no, they should rethink things. And the Vikings have a tough road to hoe the first 4 games of the season. They're already 0-1. They dropped the easiest game against the stupid Bengals. It is nice that the rest of the NFC North got smacked around too. That's rough. Cardinals completely boat raced the Titans. Chandler Jones had 9 million sacks against Taylor Lewan, who's an all-pro left tackle, by the way. Good luck with Rashad Hill on Sunday. Seattle rolled through Indianapolis. Browns are a tough team, man, even though they lost to the Chiefs. Kevin Stefanski's got a good-ass crew. So, God forbid, don't you put that evil on me, rookie Bobby. What if the Vikings start the year out 0-4? And so that would be an 0-4 start after Zimmer started 1-5 last year. And like we said, all the mulligans last year, plus he still had 3 years left on his contract. But if you come out of the gates twice like that, that's rough. That is rough. All that said, maybe this embarrassing loss will light a fire under this team. Maybe this will be the, hey, we just can't show up and roll the balls out and be good to go. Now, we have to bust our ass in preparation. We have to be sharper. Everyone needs to step up their game, whether it's Zimmer, whether it's players, whether it's assistants, whether it's staff, everyone, and not be complacent for the rest of the 16 games, because this is a little bit of venting. This is a little bit of catharticness, and maybe Mike Zimmer gets it together and the Vikings go on and they roll and they win the division. Zimmer is coach of the year, and all this is for naught. But cracks starting to show, and he did come into the year on notice seat, maybe not full on hot, but warm. It's like that. It's like that low setting on the oven. Like if you want to keep something warm, warm setting. Nailed it. Yeah. But just ratcheting up that heat, just a little bit. Sunday, man. If the Vikings drop a deuce in the punch bowl on Sunday against Arizona, that's gonna be it's gonna be a long year. It's gonna be a long ass year. But your thoughts, Zimmer, job security? Question mark? Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Most support that work. Pull a little something in Venmo. But until next time, Skull production value.